Don't listen to this alone. I'm serious, because what I'm about to tell you, it happened to a real family, in a real house, on a real street that still exists today. And the most terrifying part? It didn't start with screaming. It didn't start with blood. It started with 3 quiet knocks. Every single night. At exactly 3 a.m. for 27 days straight. And on the 28th night, the knocking stopped. That's when the real nightmare began. Sarah Hollis was a 34-year-old single mother living in a small town in rural Tennessee. Small house, quiet street, 2 kids, Emma, age 9, and Tyler, age 6. She had moved there 6 months ago after her divorce. New start, new life. The neighbors were friendly, the school was good, everything felt normal. Until October 3rd. That was the first night it happened. Sarah was asleep when she heard it. 3 knocks, slow, deliberate, from the front door. Knock, knock, knock. She checked her phone, 3:02 a.m. She lay still, heart pounding, telling herself it was nothing. Maybe the wind, maybe a branch. Then it came again. Knock, knock, knock. Same rhythm, same door. She crept downstairs, grabbed her phone, and looked through the peephole. Nobody was there, just the empty porch, the dark street, the cold October night. She told herself it was nothing. She was wrong. The next night, it happened again. 3 a.m. 3 knocks, nobody there. And the night after that, and the night after that. By the 7th night, Sarah had stopped getting up. She would just lie in bed staring at the ceiling, counting. 1, 2, 3. Then silence. She called the police on night 5. They came. They checked the yard, the street, the neighbors. Nothing. Probably kids pranking you, the officer said. But it wasn't kids. Because on night 9, Emma came downstairs in the morning with dark circles under her eyes. "Mommy," she said quietly, "who is the man outside my window?" Sarah felt her blood turn cold. Emma's bedroom was on the 2nd floor. The next night, it happened again. 3 a.m., 3 knocks, nobody there, and the night after that, and the night after that. By the 7th night, Sarah had stopped getting up. She would just lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, counting. 1, 2, 3. Then silence. She called the police on night 5. They came. They checked the yard, the street, the neighbors. Nothing. Probably kids pranking you, the officer said. But it wasn't kids. Because on night 9, Emma came downstairs in the morning with dark circles under her eyes. "Mommy," she said quietly, "who is the man outside my window?" Sarah felt her blood turn cold. Emma's bedroom was on the 2nd floor. Sarah checked every window, every lock, every inch of the house. Nothing. But that night, Sarah didn't sleep. She sat in the dark living room at the 2:55 a.m., watching the front door. At exactly 3 a.m., she saw it, a shadow, tall, thin, standing at the end of the driveway, just standing there, not moving, not making a sound. And then, slowly, it walked toward the house. Step by step, getting closer. Sarah couldn't breathe, couldn't move. It reached the porch, and then, knock, 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 same rhythm, same door. But this time, Sarah was looking through the peephole, and this time, something was looking back. She couldn't make out a face, just 2 eyes, pale, almost white, staring directly into the peephole, as if it knew she was watching, as if it had always known. Sarah stumbled backward and called 911. By the time police arrived, 4 minutes later, the figure was gone. But they found something on the porch that hadn't been there before. A single child's shoe. Emma's size. Sarah took her children to her sister's house the next day. She wasn't going back. But she needed answers. She started asking neighbors about the house, about its history. Most people looked away, changed the subject, until she found Mr. Harold, an 80-year-old man who had lived on that street for 50 years. He went pale when she described the knocking. "How many nights?" he asked. 21 so far, Sarah said. Harold closed his eyes. "You need to leave before night 28, he whispered. "Why night 28? Sarah asked. He was quiet for a long time. Then he told her. 20 years ago, a family had lived in that same house, a mother, a father, 2 children. The father had reported strange knocking every night at 3 a.m. on the 28th night. He opened the door. They found him 3 days later, miles away, in the woods. He remembered nothing. His children never spoke again, not a single word, for the rest of their lives." "What was knocking?" Sarah whispered. Harold looked at her with tired, frightened eyes. "Nobody knows," he said, "but everyone who's seen it says it wasn't human." Sarah counted in her head. Tonight was night 27. Sarah should have stayed at her sister's house. She knows that now. But she went back that night, alone, to get the rest of their things. She told herself she'd be quick, in and out before 3 a.m. She arrived at 1 a.m., started packing. At 2:30 a.m., she heard a sound from Tyler's room upstairs, a child's laugh. Her son was at her sister's house. She grabbed her keys, started for the door. Her phone died. She looked at the front door. 2:58 a.m. She had 2 minutes. She grabbed her bag and ran for the back door. Locked. The windows, locked. Every exit she tried, locked. As if the house didn't want her to leave. 3 a.m. Knock, knock, knock. Sarah pressed herself against the wall, squeezing her eyes shut. "Don't open it, don't open it, don't open it." Then, silence. 1 minute passed. 2, 5. Nothing. Sarah exhaled. And then, from directly behind her, inches from her ear, 3 knocks. From inside the house. Sarah doesn't remember what happened next. She woke up outside, on the front lawn, at 6 a.m. Every door and window was wide open. She never went back inside. She moved 3 states away, changed her number, started over. That was 2 years ago. Last week, she called her sister, voice shaking, barely able to speak. "It found us," she whispered. "What found you?" her sister asked. Sarah didn't answer for a long time. Then, "It knocked last night at 3 a.m. "Sarah, you're 1,000 miles away now. It can't be. Emma heard it too," Sarah said quietly. "She came to my room this morning. She said, 'Mommy, the man is back. And he's not alone this time.'" The line went silent. Then Sarah said one last thing before the call cut out. It was never about the house. It was always about us. Nobody has heard from Sarah since. If you hear 3 knocks tonight at 3 a.m., do not open the door. Do not open the door. If this story got into your head, you're not alone. Every week on Dark Hour Stories, we bring you real accounts, real terror, and real mysteries that have never been fully explained. Subscribe now, turn on notifications, because next week's story is even darker than this one. Sweet nightmares.